And good evening to those of you that's coming on in. Come on in. Just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. Come on in the room. Come on in. Just finish. No. All right. Good evening to each and every one of you as you come in. Um, Someone said it's just the new page. I've been lost trying to find the old one. No, this my original page is I'm in Facebook jail. So welcome in on this evening. Glad to have you here on this evening. How you day been? And we're here today to have update conversation on the coronavirus. Come on in. And again, I am in the studios of, well, I'm not in the studio. I'm in my office studio here at the church, the new location here at 1080 East McLemore. We're not talking about no Henny. Bigger that'll get you off the page. Our conversation is very serious due to what is going on in the country, in our various cities around the country. And I think this is a subject that we have to take very seriously. Let me share some things with you as we start. This is economically affecting many, many individuals across the country. Those of you who are working on your jobs, it's affecting business owners as well. It's even affecting me financially. Um, because in my line of business, which is advertising, that's the main focus of what I do is advertising. In that particular vein, no one at this particular time is buying advertising this way because they don't know what is going to happen with their particular businesses. No one knows. With the fact that for 7 years, I've been on SVP. For 7 years, going into the eighth year, I've made that particular station. I think that one of the things, and it is a money factor, that show costs about 6 grand a month to do. And in doing that show, I spent a lot of time and I spend a lot of dollars. In the last couple of weeks, things have been financially tight for the Thaddeus Matthews shows because my number one priority is naked truth. I had to spend a lot of money to get in this building, to move this building, in excess of about $11,000, $12,000, which as a pastor is my number one priority. So SVP and I are having some issues concerning finances and money. Okay, uh, and I have not taped a show this week. Probably won't tape again until next week because again, the number one priority that I have is Naked Truth moving out of that building into this building so that my membership would have a place to be. And that's what I did. Priorities. I prioritized my money since it had to come from me. I prior- prioritized it so that we could do what we do here in this building as far as ministry is concerned. And hopefully they understand that at SVP and maybe again they don't. I remember last week when my truck broke down and I had not driven my Cadillac since November. I pulled up to the station and Debbie states to me, "You went out car shopping." And first of all, that irritates me. You call yourself watching my money. And I said, "No, Debbie, this is the same Cadillac that I've had now. I think it's 2 years. I just hadn't been driving. I've been driving my truck." So again, I've been there for a period of time, and I had enough shows taped through last night. They got some no gospel mess on. Like and it's fine. It's fine. So we just move on with what we are going to do. But for those of you who are going to text me and say, "You're not on TV tonight," I'm not. I'm here. I'm here doing what I do. And I'll carry with all my social media pages 7,000 people a night right here. Um, I'll probably start taping again in about a few days. But here's the biggest thing with this and the taping. I am very unsatisfied with having to tape TV shows that what I tape today won't be on until Friday. What I tape tomorrow night won't be on until Monday. I am so used to being on top of issues. I'm so used to my audience knowing that if something has happened today, that they can look. We turn on Thaddeus this evening. He got the juice on what is going on. So I'm not crazy about the taping of the Thaddeus Matthews show. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend as though I like it. The statement was made to me by David, "Well, they won't know you taping unless you tell them." I'm not going to lie to my audience that, because if you look at one of my tape shows, you automatically know it's a tape show. If I was doing the type of shows that Steve Harvey does and things like that, where it's not date important, then it'd be all right. But I deal with issues that are going on in our country. Um, and I just feel as though when I tape a show, I'm missing something, and you're missing something. And especially if I'm gonna pay the same price, you want me to pay the same price for a tape show as I pay for a live show. Now, one of the things that I am considering is starting a televised Thaddeus Matthews show and create a televised productive program by way of social medias and also by creating a website, Cussing Pastor TV, um, which I'm hoping that if I do that, that you will support that as you've always supported all that I've done in nearly 40 years of television and radio. Um, but it's no big deal. It's it's no big deal either way. Advertising is what I do. Okay, uh, all over the country. That what I'm going to do is cut your price in half, and I pay him several $1,000s a month, close to $3,000 a month. I'm on 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And he took my price all the way down to $650. This is what the white man did for me. Okay? This is what the white man did for me. So uh, that's where I am with that. But $6,000 for a show that's taped. There's a difference in the taping and a difference in going live. When I started with SVP, um, 7.5, going on 8 years ago, it was a live show that I started out with $3,500 doing the show. That the price was kicked up to $6,000 a show because the show makes money. The show makes money. You have a period in business where you go through a dog period of selling advertising. Political season is always good for me. Those non-political seasons are seasons where you got to fight to make your money. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Uh, Elective procedures will be canceled due to the COVID-19 coronavirus starting 3/23. Lavana's visitations will be limited to only 2 designated caregivers. All visitors will be screened upon entrance to the hospital. Okay? Um, that is all that's going on at the hospital. Wolf Chase Galleria uh, is closed after today. The zoo is closed. Uh, all of the community centers are closed as of today. My mission as a black person in media is to daily keep you informed and have conversations with you concerning what is going on in our community. Okay? What is going on in our community? I look at the numbers here on Facebook. I'm looking at the 560 that's there. That means in those numbers that you see at the top of the program, at the top of those, your social media pages, are not actual numbers. When the show ends, if you've got 540 showing up there, that means that you've got about 3,000 to 4,000 people that's watching. Okay? Just watching. So my audience is vast. Once I create another medium, then I'm able, and my goal is with that is to go 24 hours a day with the Pastor TV network, which will also allow me to sell time, and it creates a national audience. To go national, you got to have it. I was to be on the T.S. Madison show, and that show had been picked up by the We Network on Monday. Not going to Atlanta to do that show. So when I count the money that I would make this weekend, that's a little bit over $3,000, plus travel and eating and all that stuff. Then it is already affecting what I do. Okay? It's already affecting what I do. The advertising is, and most of the stuff that you see on the Thaddeus Matthews show, they pay me in lump sums. So most of that money has been spent. So I had some money sitting over here on the side when the issue of what was happening out in Raleigh at the church, I had to make a move. The membership did not have the money. I'm the shepherd. I'm the leader. As the leader, it becomes my responsibility to do what? Lead. So I took my money that I would have normally put into the television broadcast, and I did what I know is right. That's to be able to sit up in this building, in this massive office that I'm sitting in right now, to be ready to minister to the people of South Memphis. And I plan Sunday morning to preach my ass off. I'm a man of faith. I'm a man that believes that God on that deal, but where you send your little application to get your money.
I told you.
Okay. They tell you what your eligibility is. Okay. The paperwork, let me see, it's in this. I got it. Let me go back. Okay, I gotta make it big. Wait a minute. Okay. Following is an outline of a proposal for economic support payments to support families and workers through the COVID-19 state of emergency and to provide continued assistance as the economy returns to health. Excuse me. Initial payment to cover first, listen to the wording now, the first 3.5 months, mid-March through June. $2,000 payments per adult not on Social Security, child or non-child dependent, Social Security, VA benefits, SSI recipients added to their earliest possible benefit check. Eligibility: workers who file for tax year 2019. Non-filers can file